previous 6-game threes. What was the difference in this one tonight?
What's going on, crew? Pardon the noise. Had to get my headphones all set up, ready to get you guys with that fire from for tomorrow's game. I just want to do a quick recap of last night. Let's get right into it. So the lineup did 277. It did cash in all the tournaments that I played it in. It did well. It didn't do great. It didn't get me 25 grand. It only won me. I think I entered $17 and I won $25. So I won $8. I'm not super excited about it. Excuse me. I am upset because everybody liked Eaton Clark, and I stressed in my live show today that Eaton Clark is not the guy that I want. The guy that I want is Patrick McCaw. You guys chewed my head off 100%. You crazy. Eaton Clark, don't think about it. Patrick McCaw put up 33.25 for 3,200. He was over 10 times value today. And that's what I wanted. I wanted McCaw. But I'm not upset, man. It's fantasy basketball. It happens. We'd have been over 300, though, if we had some McCaw in our lineup. Let's look at some other folks. Kawhi and Mike Conley, if you know, they went off. And there are two people that I've been playing so consistent for the whole playoffs. And the one day that I don't play them, they go off. But welcome to my world of fantasy sports. Millsap went off, but guess what? Next game, I'm not going to play him, okay? Steph Curry, we thought about. We didn't play him. DeRozan, shout out to him. He did what he had to do. Lillard did what he had to do. John Wall had a snowflake, but I'm not too upset. Draymond Green had a fire night for us. Schroeder did. McCollum did. All of our picks came through, except for John Wall and Ian Clark. But most of our picks came through. And going back to the 6-time strategy that I was using during the season, I'm starting to find more success in the playoff. I don't know why I went away from it. Shout out to my subscriber who woke me up like, yo, dude, your system worked. Go back to it. So I went back to it, and it's starting to show that it is a proven system. Since I've been back at it, I won. It's my third day going back to 6 times value players, and I won 2 out of the 3. Yesterday, couldn't quite hit. Excuse me. Other players that was good today. Tony Parker, another guy that I played every day. I played Tony Parker every day. One day I don't play him, he goes off. We had some Greg Monroe. He did well. Ibaka didn't hit 6 times, but he gave me that 5 times value. I'm not upset. I told you guys, leave Antetokounmpo alone, and he was only about 3 times value today. I'm not playing Antetokounmpo anymore. Norman Powell was obvious value. He's starting for 2,400. He gave us over 10 times value. Tony Snell is another guy I've been consistent on that I did not pick. We got 26 from him. Then a bunch of snowflakes. Markeith, happy I was able to dodge that one. Bradley Beal, I dodged that one. LaMarcus Aldridge, almost had him. We dodged that. If I knew that David Lee was going to start, I would have had him, but no one knew. Gortat, I had him in the lineup, took him out, dodged that. But more importantly, man, Dwight Howard, guys. Remember when I had Dwight Howard in the lineup and I so strongly considered some Dwight Howard? I really wanted Dwight Howard, right? And then what I said, oh no. I remember the last game I watched. He just looked so soft out there. I remember Gortat blocked his shots like 3 times in a row. I said, I'm not playing Dwight Howard. And he's a big snowflake tonight. Dwight Howard was a big snowflake. So, the thing that I'm biggest upset about is that I didn't get Kawhi. And I have Kawhi every night. Now he's on the road. I got a little intimidated, and he did well. But it's okay. The lineup cash in any format. So whatever you bet on that lineup, you made that money back. So we're not upset. We're okay. Anytime we could have fun and not lose money, we're okay. But I still feel like before the end of these playoffs, we're going to take down this tournament, these Sharks, all right? Great job tonight, famo. Christopher says, excellent work, brother Lewis. Christopher, anytime, man. Welcome to the show. Thanks for hanging in. Human Paradox said we did good tonight. We did. We didn't lose, so that's always good. Ian Clark, fuck me, LOL. I told you guys Patrick McCall was the plug. I don't know why, but it's all right, though, because sometimes you guys tell me things, and when I make the adjustment, I do well. So I'm not going to be too upset with you guys, all right? You had a good line. I did. I had a decent line. What a nice day to watch ball. Had some on-fire lineups. Definitely did, Brian Whitley. Brett Johnson, I'm going to get into tomorrow's video as soon as I should show some acknowledgement to these guys. Bill killed me tonight. Yeah, no Bill. 331 high tonight. Good job, dude. Yeah, I'm done with Dwight. Yeah, you can't play Dwight, man. Dwight, I like the situation he's in and the matchup and all that, but I watched the last game. I watched the last game, not today's game, the last game, and Dwight just didn't look like himself. He looks like he's heading into like wash-up territory. Like, I don't think I'm playing Dwight Howard for the rest of his career. Not just this playoff, guys. I'm talking about his career. Dwight Howard is dead to me. All right, let's get into tomorrow's slates. Cleveland versus Indiana, guys. Believe you me. All right. Everybody's healthy. Let's start with Cleveland. There's a man by the name of Kyrie Irving. Let me see if my man Gabriel Santana is with us. He's not here. He's not here with us right now. Please, guys, do not play Kyrie Irving for 8K. He's just not himself. They benched him in the fourth quarter. LeBron took over. Haha, we know what happened. All right. All right? Please. Stay away from Kyrie. Let's move on. J.R. Smith. Man, the only Cavalier that I think I'm going to touch from now on, man, is this guy, LeBron James. With that being said, 12K. 12.6 is a 72. Nah, I can't play LeBron for 12K. Not when they're up 3-0. Can't do that. I'm sorry. I know that he could go off and whatever. I think you're going to get 60-something from him. He's not Westbrook. I'm not playing 12K for LeBron James. I can't do it. Can't do it. I want to do it. I'm having a hard time getting myself into that. So, no. All right, let's look at the Indiana guys. Jeff Teague showed some heart. And even with his good effort, he still couldn't make value. You don't want to mess with Jeff Teague. I don't. Lance Stevenson, 5,200. Still at home. Nah, I'm not taking him. Paul George is now 10-3. I could still mess with Paul George with 10-3, facing elimination. Love Paul George over LeBron tomorrow. But the guy that I'm going to try to get my hands on, man, and I'm playing myself if I don't, is this Thad Young fellow. He's getting a lot of minutes. He's doing quite a bit. He had 2 different games. All right, one game he had 6 steals. The other game he had 14 rebounds. His price is a little bit intimidating. He's the type of guy, if he busts for that price, that mid-range price, it'll kind of mess with our expectations of what we need. And that's about it. Paul George, Thad Young. I'm going to move on. OKC Houston. I'm going to get Westbrook. I got to get Westbrook. Westbrook, even if he doesn't hit 6 times, I don't know. They got some Chris Paul on this slate, so it might be hard to get to Westbrook. Let's check him out, though. Let's start with OKC. Westbrook, 13.8. 6 times value will be what? In the 80s? Yeah, I'm not going to mess with Westbrook or LeBron. I'm not going to do that. I just can't do it. And he had a triple-double, and 70 is a good price, man. If we get 70 on the slate, we're happy, but it's not 6 times value. And if I got to stick to what I believe in, I got to shoot for that 6 times value. He did triple-double. He shot half the amount of shots. And I think he's starting to realize that he's been getting to the line quite a bit. I'm going to pull over some Westbrook for now because, but I doubt that I'm going to break my back to get some Westbrook. Let's take a pause and see what YouTube's talking about. I got it. Oh, that's right. I can get you guys right on my phone. I don't have to go back and forth. So let's continue. Hold on. Let me get well connected to you guys really quick. Really, really quick. I make the city move. See what you guys talking about here now. Yeah, I'm done with Dwight. I think I read all that. LOL at his career. Yeah, I'm done with Dwight Howard, man. I'm not messing with Dwight. I think Indiana gets blown out tomorrow. Nah. I think Paul George when you die and you give your last fight of life, I think that's what Paul George does. LeBron has a hot streak to protect, though. Not losing in first round. Plus, win gets them the rest. I agree, Brian, but that doesn't mean that Paul George and them don't fight. Remember, it's basketball. One team can have intentions, but the other team got intentions too. So you can't get too caught up on that. Anytime you cash, it wasn't a bad thing, even though we wish we had other players like McCall over Clark. Just know I said it, though, man. As long as it's all right, man. It's all right. I felt that, though. I felt that. I felt that. It was in my gut. Understand that, Jeff. I was fortunate enough to play both, and I had 300 different in salary when making that lineup. That team makes them play hard. Jerry and or MCW, I don't know yet. All right, so let's go. OKC, Oladipo for 5,300. Can't do that, man. The way Westbrook usage is right now, all these other guys' value is like doodle. Oh, Roberson, though, man. He continues to dominate this team, bro. I can't believe it. I got to play Roberson. And I just feel like the day that I get on him is when he's going to want to do something stupid. But I'm going to play some Roberson. I mean, this man has been playing his team 7 times, and he's averaging 6 times points for his price, all right? Now, the thing that scares me with Roberson, though, is in order to hit value, it seems like he has to get at least 5 combination of blocks or steals, which is 10 points for him, right? If he doesn't get blocks or steals, it'll be kind of tough for him. But that's not where it stops, right? His rebounding the ball offensively. I looked at that stat the last game, and I'm going to revisit it for last night because I don't think I looked at it last night, but I'm pretty sure most of his rebounds were offensive rebounds, and those putbacks are big, man. Let's see. Roberson. So 3 defensive and 3 offensive. Yeah, he's crashing them boards, man. I think that's the game plan. Is for him to crash the boards and not to get back. So I'm going to ride some Roberson. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to Westbrook, but I'm going to try some Roberson. Jeremy Grant, nah. Taj Gibson, I think he started the game well, but he still couldn't hit value. I'm not with that. I would never play Taj Gibson. I still like Steven Adams, man. When are you going to do that for me? Remember this game yesterday? I was like, I got to have Steven Adams for that price. And I put him in the lineup, and I tried to psych myself into playing him. And then I asked myself why, and I couldn't give myself one reason to justify him. Don't play Steven Adams, man. He's struggling. Don't play Cantor. Westbrook, Roberson. I'm going to keep it moving from there. All right. On the Houston side, Pat Bev for 5,500. Not on the road. Harden for 11, though. It's not bad. It's not. I'm going to come off Westbrook and try hard and see if that fits easier. But let's get them both in right now. I'd rather Westbrook for $2,700 cheaper. They'll get you similar lines, right? What? Westbrook had 72. Harden had 61. I don't know. Lou Will, it's interesting. He just dropped 30 in back-to-back games. Seems like they're starting to go to him some more. I'm not really interested in bench players like that. And then Ryan Anderson finally gave Gabriel a good game. And the weird Ryan Anderson stat is that on the road, he's averaging 26 fantasy points, but in front of his home crowd, only 20. So if you're into numbers, man, Ryan Anderson on the road is what you want, but I just don't know, man. And then Clint Capella, I'm not messing with OKC bigs, especially when they're at home. So that's it for that, man. Let's move on. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Where's my phone? Tomorrow looks a little more difficult than today. Lockdown Spades. I don't know if I'm a lockdown Spades. Roberson is a must. I don't know if he's a must. I like Felton. So crazy. Roberson has played best 3 games of his career. He normally come alive in the playoffs, though. He did the same thing last year. Not playing Adams or Cantor. Me either. Play CP3 instead. Yep, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. For the cheaper price, I'll get some good numbers from him. Tomorrow has a lot of options on DK, not so much on FanDuel. Well, I don't do FanDuel. I don't know. Why do they not have a 2-game early slate? No clue. I don't mess with those, especially in the playoffs. Why? It's not worth it. I like CP3. Me too. Rhino is a Chi-Town Safided. Whatever that means, bro. Boston versus Chicago. Rondo is out. I want to say give Jerry and Grant another shot. But after you disappoint me like that, I don't know how I could do that. Now MCW did well. For the 2K, he hit 7 times value. For that 3K, you leave him alone. Do not touch MCW tomorrow, okay? Now, Jerry and Grant, I would consider only because I'm not messing with none of them guys. I'm not even doing that to myself. To be honest, nope. You know I don't play Jimmy Butler. I'm not a Jimmy Butler guy, especially for 10K. With or without Rondo, I'm just not doing Jimmy Butler. D-Wayne for 65, I'm not doing that. 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 I think Rob Lopez is the only person I was strongly consider. I'm just going to stay away from the Bulls, man. There's value. I just don't know where it is going to be. And scary. Isaiah Thomas, since the death of his sister, has just not been himself. He's struggling. Marcus Smart will give you 5 times value consistently. Too bad that's not what I shoot for. A.V. Bradley just went off. I don't know about 2 games in a row. They shook up the starting lineup a little bit. And when they did it, I wanted Jay Crowder, but I just didn't get to him. Now, Gerald Green for 2,700, still not doing that. Not doing that. Jay Crowder for 5K. If he's going to be playing power forward, I want my hands in on some of that, man. I like Jay Crowder tomorrow. I'm going to mess with some Jay Crowder a little bit. And then Al Horford had a good game. For 6,700, I could mess with some Horford a little bit. I don't know if I can get to him. Tomorrow's a little tough, like I said, but let's see. Let's get off of this game. Let's get to this Utah Clippers game. Now, Clippers is the team to target for value. They got 2 players that's a good part of their rotation out. With no Austin Rivers, I like Raymond Felton. I'm surprised that Felton hasn't been really getting the amount of run. How many minutes did Blake play before he got hurt? 2,600 Felton might work, man. Nah. I'm not messing with any guards. I'm messing with Chris Paul, and that's it. I'm messing with some Chris Paul. I'm taking out Westbrook. Let's just put Chris Paul in for right now. Bahamute, I want some of. I want some Bahamute. We're looking for 6 times value, which is just about 20. In the 3 games they played, he gave us 13, but with no Blake, my thought is that he has to do more for his team, right? They need his defense. They definitely need his defense. And what I like is that he's rebounding the ball well. And for 3,700, I can use some Bahamute. So I like Bahamute. I'm going to write his name down because there's a lot going on in this lineup. Bahamute, I like. Felton, I like. Let's write down some Felton. Most space for 3,900. You guys are on your own. I'm not doing that. No, no way. I don't care how many. And they're not going to start most space ever. Doc Rivers is not stupid. They're not going to start most space. Paul Pierce for 2K though. No, that's all right. That's all right. But look, he played 21 minutes and did nothing, yo. My goodness. DJ for 79. No, it's a little too much, DJ. A little too much. Let's check out Utah. Tomorrow's tough. George Hill for less than 6K in Utah. What did he do last game? I got him 39. He scored 26 points. He went 9 for 15. Ooh. Was it? I wonder. All right, so he went 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. No George Hill for me. Can't do the George Hill thing tomorrow. Tomorrow sounds. Oh man, tomorrow sounds like the day to stay away from so many high-priced players. Balance out your lineup for guaranteed 6-time players, guys, because there's a lot of players that's gonna bust tomorrow, man, and you don't want to have these 12, 13K people that's not gonna do well for you. So my thought is that tomorrow you want to balance out a nice even lineup, man. Ingles, 4,500 is not too bad, but it's not too great. Now Hayward, they took him from up to 77. I'm not chasing that, and you shouldn't either, man. Don't get to that Hayward. I don't like none of these plays tomorrow. I'm trying to think what's the best strategy. Oh, Gobert is questionable. What's going on? He is not expected to play Sunday. All right. I'm thinking I should just stack a game that might be like a Houston game. Just stack up on like one game and just call it a day. You know what I mean? All right. So let's be smart. Let's go position by position, right? Let's get rid of Westbrook. I'm not gonna play Westbrook. Chris Paul on the roll with no Blake Griffin. Yeah, I like that. Let's get some Chris Paul. Let's get Chris Paul up in there. Chris Paul on top. All right, let's look at the shooting guard position now. We're looking for 6 times value. Let's see what's the best option of hitting that tomorrow. Nah, I'm not gonna mess with Zip. So let me see what you guys talking about. We got a lot of work to do with this lineup, though. I don't know if I'm be able to get a Chris Paul. To be honest. Power forward is a wasteland. Started with Russ and Harden. Have since moved off Russ and maybe both. Yeah, I'm not on either one. I don't think I'm playing either one. Which of the Boston bigs would you play? Horford and Jay Crowder. Jimmy gonna get 60 tomorrow. I don't play Jimmy Butler. That's all right. Just like Millsap. I don't play Millsap. He did well, but I'm not playing Jimmy Butler. Mirotic. Don't chase on Hal Horford. I probably won't, but I like him. I like him tomorrow. Taj went off last game. Yeah, right. I'm not doing Taj. Mirotic has to hit shots. Not at all. Bulls look best with Portis on the floor. Who starts then if not Spades? They're not gonna start Spades. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're not gonna. They never start Spades unless they resting like 6 players. Hold on, Brandon Bass is the guy that I like though. He might start. How many minutes he play? 8 minutes. Brandon Bass. Why? How many minutes did Blake Griffin play? I want to see something because I think I'm gonna go with some Bass. 18 minutes, and they didn't bring out Bass. If Bass, if any news come out that Bass is gonna be in the rotation, I'm gonna go ahead and get Bass is a point per minute, guys. You know, look, 9 minutes, 8 points, 12 minutes, 17 points, 8 minutes, 9 points, 5 minutes, 9 points, 15 minutes, 15 points, 7 minutes, 9 points, 24 minutes, 24 points. So if any indication that Bass is gonna be in the lineup whatsoever, I'm gonna get on him, but I'm gonna hold off for now until tomorrow. That's upside versus steady. I'm going steady tomorrow, man. I don't know. I don't want to go too expensive players tomorrow and get burnt. Yeah, I'm not gonna get Westbrook. Not for that price. Or LeBron. It is based like a fish you catch. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with but base I got my eyes on. I'm gonna write his name down on my paper right here to base. All right. So now we gotta find a 2 guard, right? That we really like tomorrow. Let's get off of this. It's hard to get off Harden. Yeah, I like Harden tomorrow, man. Harden's gonna get you 60, and if not 50. I like Harden tomorrow, guys. I like Harden tomorrow. What he did the last 2 games. Let's see. 44 points, 35 points, 37. Nah, I'm not doing Harden. I'm not doing Harden. I can't. These big price guys. I don't even know if I want Chris Paul. That's the thing that's killing me right now. 10K. So I need about, yeah, I could do Chris Paul. Chris Paul seems to be solid. Let's do some Chris Paul. Shooting guard. I want to say Oladipo at home for just that price. What did he do? 2 for 3, 2 steals. Even at Houston, you know. Mess with some Oladipo a little bit. Because I'm not going to do Lou Williams off the bench. Eric Gordon, 4,600. I think he's been struggling. You know, Oladipo could rebound the ball. I'm wondering why he's only getting. Well, he got 9 rebounds right here. He almost had a double-double. I think I might go with some Ola tomorrow. His upside's not there. Marcus Smart. Yo, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm kind of digging Avery Bradley again tomorrow, man. Kind of digging Avery Bradley again, man. It's tough. All right, small forward, I'm going to stick with George. I like George tomorrow. I don't think I want to get off Paul George. Paul George is averaging like 60 in this series. He's the man. I'm not getting off Paul George. Nope. Thad Young, I could get off for that price. But let's see if I have to. Let's get off of Al Horford, right? I know he just had a monster game and whatnot, but he had a lot of luck too, right? 4 steals. Come on. 8 rebounds is still on the side. I don't want Al Horford. Let's get off Al Horford. All right. I actually like Jay Crowder. I like Crowder and Bradley tomorrow. I do. But now we got to go shopping for a center. Let me see what you guys thinking right now. Let's keep you guys in the loop. How is DJ usage without Blake? DJ without Blake, I don't like that much because I like DJ when they're all three are in. But when one is missing, then I get a little scared. No, I'm not messing with Pierce. Pierce is like 40 and he doesn't have too much bounce. I'm looking at Brandon Bass, though, Cameron. Jamal Crawford will get more usage. Why? Why you think that he's going to get usage? I don't see that he'll get more or less. Blake Griffin is out. Now, I don't know. I don't think that affects Jamal Crawford at all. I wish Rodney Hood didn't suck so bad. One of these games, I think Hood will go off, yeah, but I don't know which one. Ingles or Joe Johnson? I don't like either one, but I'll go Ingles. I'm not feeling Pierce, guys. I know you guys are talking a lot about Pierce, but I'm not feeling Pierce. I'm not gonna bet my money on Paul Pierce. Reddick's, yeah, I see Reddick getting more shots than Jamal Crawford. Let me see something. It's just that it's the Utah Jazz at home. I don't know if I want to mess with Reddick in that situation. All right, let's see. We need to find a bargain at center. See what our options are. DJ, no, Gobert, Favors. Probably go back to Rob Lowe, to be honest. Not without Rondo. I like Rob Lowe most when Rondo is in. How about Olynyk? Hell no. Tristan Thompson, don't do that, guys. Tristan Thompson. Oh, Seraphim for 2,800. I think I want some dibs on that, man. 2,800 for Seraphim. What's up with Withy? They don't trust him? They never give him minutes. And he's always a point per minute. Look. I don't understand that. Sucks to be Withy. There's not a single center that I could look at and say, yeah, I like this option. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's no good. Center tomorrow. I'm not paying 8 for DeAndre Jordan. I'm not doing that. 75 for Kevin Love. Nah. I might go back Al Horford, guys. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, because I got a safe floor for the most part. We got some upside. Give Al Horford a look, man. Give Al Horford a look, guys. Especially with there's no other centers. You got a safe floor with Al. I know I look for 6 times value, but I feel like Al Horford will give us 5 times value every day. And with this little lineup shift that they got, he seems to be benefiting from it. So Peter, you're thinking just like I'm thinking. Horford is not a bad pick, man. I think it's the safest pick. Horford is. All right. I do like Crowder tomorrow for some reason, man. I like Crowder tomorrow. Thad Young just had back-to-back 30 fantasy points. I'll get rid of some Thad Young. I can get rid of some Thad Young. Even Oladipo. Let me see what else they got for shooting guards. Tomorrow's not that great. No Rondo Wade's gonna struggle. I like Avery Bradley, man. I'm telling you guys, I like Avery Bradley. I gotta start going with my gut. No Lance for me. I mess around with some Ingles. Throw some Ingles in there. And then if all goes well, we got Brandon Bass, but I don't know because Griffin got hurt and they didn't put him in the lineup. I don't know if he's practicing or what. I don't know what's going on. The lineup still looks a little bit iffy, man. Let's see. Let's go to the all column, right? Westbrook, LeBron. 12K LeBron James. 12 sixes or what, 72? Nah, I can't do that. I'm not going LeBron tomorrow. Jimmy Butler, no. Kyrie Irving. You guys don't like the idea of going back Hayward at home with no Gobert? If he's gonna be taking 20 shots, man, and getting to the line 11 times, and they're using him as a forward with no Blake Griffin. You gotta wake up, guys. You guys, you get my drift? No Blake Griffin, and they're using Hayward at the 4. No Gobert. Rebounds for Hayward. How many he had last game? 8. He double, and then he can score. He's gonna hit the 3. He's getting to the line. I'm gonna ride on that Hayward, man. I think I like Hayward again tomorrow, guys. Like Hayward again tomorrow. Like Chris Paul. Like Hayward. I like Horford. Let's refresh this again. Let's put Ingles up in the guard spot. Get rid of that Oladipo. All right. Some reason I don't think I'm going back to Roberson tomorrow, man. Roberson's tough. 5K. Roberson, I know, is not a baller like that, so I don't know what's been going on with Roberson. Let me see what you guys think. I like how the lineup is shaping up now, though. Anyone on here likes Jimmy, or am I the only one? Yeah, I'm not big on Jimmy. Yeah, I know DeRozan is gonna motivate you guys to DeRozan is gonna motivate you guys to play Jimmy, but I'm not paying 10K for Jimmy. I'm good with that. I am good with that. All right, let's look at Van Neal. Love Hayward tomorrow. He was lock number 2. Who was lock number 1, Brian? Preliminary lineup: CP3, Bradley, Roberson, Thad Young, Tristan Thompson, Crowder. I don't love that. Van Negro. Yeah, I'm. Hey, Ernest, you're right. Jimmy Butler. Like I said, who did I say that against today? Oh, Millsap. Let's talk about Millsap a little bit because when I was given some advice on Millsap, I never said do not play Millsap, right? I said to you guys, listen, Millsap is in a good matchup for one, and I gave a bunch of reasons why I like Millsap. But the only reason that I did not play Millsap is because I never play Millsap. I get burnt too much. So I said to you guys, if you play Millsap, play Millsap. If you're a Millsap player, play Millsap. And then when people started showing me their lineups, a lot of people had Millsap. And I never, sometimes like some people to pick like Kyrie Irving, and I would just chew them out to the end of me. Like, no, you crazy. I never did that with Millsap because I figured Millsap had a legitimate shot. And he went off. He went off today. So I'm not saying don't play Jimmy Butler. All right. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I like Millsap today better than I like Jimmy Butler tomorrow anyway, because I can't even say he has a good matchup. Well, maybe I can't. It depends. If they're gonna start Crowder at the 4, then Jimmy Butler will have a good matchup. All right. But I don't play Butler, man. I'm not into that Butler player. It's just not my thing. I'm not even considering him. Brian said, remember I started that argument. Yeah, and it worked. It worked for you. I don't play him. I guarantee I won't play him the next game. You playing CP3 and Harden? Nah, I'd rather Hayward again. Hayward at the 4 with no Blake Griffin is serious consideration. Paul George, man. I don't want to take you out of my lineup, man, but I don't. I won't. I can't. Nah. He's putting up near triple doubles every game this season. 29, 7, and 5. 32, 7, and 8. 36. Now every game he gets better. And LeBron not stopped. There's nobody on. I like Paul George. Ingles. Thinking I could pay way down on shooting guard tomorrow. Oh, didn't we like Felton? I could do some Felton. All right. What's Felton's availability? Point guard, small forward. All right, let me see what I could do. As far as cheap shooting guards, I'm paying down on the 2 guard tomorrow. Gerald Green, is he starting again? I'll get on some Green if he's gonna start again, man. Came and hit a couple threes, but that's all he did. He hit a couple threes and a couple fouls. The guy would not do anything else, man. Why he can't have a game like he did in Milwaukee? When he played in Milwaukee. And Milwaukee is a tougher matchup. I want to say that Gerald Green had a rough game out. Now that the lineup was successful and they won and they get some practice in, I want to say I like Green as a start. If he's going to start for 2-7, if he's starting a 3 forward with Jimmy Butler on him, nah, I'm not going to do it. I think that was the problem. Jimmy Butler was on him. Smart Bradley is good too. Jamal Crawford, 3,500. You know that he's waiting to go off. It's any day now he's going to do something crazy. This 2 guard situation got me stressed out, guys. One of my lineup. CP3, Lou Will, Roberson, Hayward, Horford, George Hill, Thad, and Bahamute. That's a nice lineup, man. Brian, I like that. Who's your 2 guard? Lou? 4,900 for Lou. Besides the first game, Lou's been good for 5 times value. I like Lou. I like Lou. Yeah, Lou is worth some consideration. Let me see something. And just like Rhino, he seems to do better on the road. How many minutes is he getting? He's getting, what, 30 minutes, 20 and 26, 21. So in 21 minutes, he still hit value. And 30 minutes. So the thing with Lou, he has to come out and his shots have to fall, man. If he come out struggling, it's going to be a long day for us in Lou. Who I have? Ingles. Look at some Lou. There's no upside in Crowder. Let's get off some Crowder. No upside in Crowder. Let's see. My account has been credited like that. So I read that. DFS, you better play George for the last time because he is about to be out there. Yeah, I'm not bulging off George tomorrow. Love George. Donato. I know, but you can play Butler and CP3 and fill out your lineup with other solid starters or guaranteed minutes. You can also go Bradley and change utility to Felton or Surfing. Said I was sending too many messages. Had to take a break. You could. All right. So I like Bahamute. That's a good call. I like Bahamute. I don't know how much I like Roberson though, man. I'm telling you guys the truth, man. For me to take him out might be unwise, but for Roberson to have 30 in 3 straight games, it scares me, guys. It scares me. I don't think Roberson could do that 4 games in a row. I don't think Robeson's just not the guy to do that. He's playing big minutes, though, you know. And like I said, he's averaging all these steals because he's on Harden. And if you're on Harden, you're going to get steals, rebounds, and points. Yeah, I'm trying to convince myself not to play him, and I can't find a reason not to play him. He's doing everything right. It's hard. It's hard not to play the guy, man. The guy's looking real good. Do I have other point guard options that's like mid-range, not too high, but still good and solid? Let's see. I can't come off Chris Paul. I can't do it. Can't. The lineup's coming along, though. It's coming along. Horford, I like for his safe floor. I like Horford for his safe floor. There's not too many options. Now, I just don't like Clint Capella in OKC. Well, with that said, you know, you can't blame a guy for having an off game. He's been solid 30s the first 2 games, and then he had 15. It's just that he shares minutes with Nene. That concerns me. I want to take out Horford. I just don't have a replacement for him, man. Some Rob Lowe. Yeah, I want to go Rob Lowe. I just realized why. Now, Rob Lowe is home, right? The last game, he only put up 21. In the other 2, he was averaging around 30. The reason he put up 21 is because the game got out of hand. He only played 21 minutes. He's good for a point per minute. I think he gets back his 30 minutes, and he'll be good. So the logic in my brain is saying Rob Lowe in that favorable matchup. We got to go matchup sometimes, right? So I'm going to get back on some Rob Lowe. And Bahamute plays way too many minutes not to have him, guys. You can't do wrong in so many minutes. So the lineup's coming along. We're almost there. Got to go Rob Lowe, though, guys. Don't be afraid of one game when it was a blowout and the guy barely got minutes. When he gets minutes, he's going to do well. So I'm going to get back on some Rob Lowe and be happy about it. I got some Rob Lowe. I like Adams, but I don't have a justifiable reason to play him. TP3, Oladipo, George, Hayward, Lopez, King Wolf. I see you on that Lopez play. Felton, Anderson, Gordon. You know what? There's not one player there that I don't think can hit value. Not hit value. I love Gordon. I'm not a big Anderson guy, but he seems to do good on the road. Felton is decent. I love Lopez. I love Hayward. I love George. I like Oladipo. That's a solid one, King Wolf. I like it. I like it. You got to have either LeBron or Harden. Too hard to fade both. I hear you. Yeah, King, man. I like that lineup. That's pretty solid. Ernest play me head to head sometimes. Easy. All right, let me see if I got a guard that I could just. Oh, you know what? I do. I could mess around with one of them Chicago guards right here. Can I not? Let me see something. Oh, they got pricey on me. Let me see if I could just throw a guard in here that I'm comfortable with. But Devon should be doing better, man, against this team, man. Iman, no. Joe Green starting. Why not? You're gonna start him again? I'll do it. He had one bad game, but I think this is what I'm looking at so far, guys. Provided that Joe Green continues to start. Oh, that game is until 6:30 though, so it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But so far I think this is the lineup, man. I'm gonna have to ride Roberson until the wheels fall off, man. The thing about Roberson, I don't think he'll. What's his price? 4.9. I think I can get 5 times value out of him, and possibly 6 again. 55, 56. I mean, I need 27. It's hard, man. Let me see what I can get for 5,600, man. Because I don't know about that Roberson play. Let me see what I get for 5,600. I could get Miles Turner against Cleveland. No, I don't want that. I could get Derek Favors. I don't want that. I could get Pat Beverly. Nah. I could get Oladipo over at home. I could get Oladipo over Andre Roberson. Andre Roberson is more expensive than Oladipo, guys. Do you guys see that? What the heck am I looking at right now, man? He's taking 8 to 12 shots a game. I can't believe my eyes, man. I'm like bounty killer right now. What? Nah, I can't do that, man. I'm gonna have to let me reevaluate these circumstances. I'm losing it right now. If I go Ingles, now I'm just gonna put back Bahamote for those minutes. And for 5,600, I could get Oladipo. I could get Jay Crowder. And I'm thinking about some Roberson. That's tough, man. I'm not going Roberson tomorrow. I just don't think Roberson could keep doing that, man. I don't think he could keep. I like him at home and all that, but I don't think he could keep doing that, man. I can't. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting ready to wrap this up and go lay down. Hit the like button, guys. Give me a little thumbs up on the video. What you guys think I should do for this last spot, man? Oladipo or Roberson? Oladipo's not getting to the line at all. But he doesn't need steals and blocks. You know what I mean? He gets points. He's taking just as much shots as Roberson, but Roberson will get you more defensive numbers. So I like Roberson over Oladipo. Do I like him over Crowder? I think I gotta go Crowder here, man. think Crowder is a safer play. What you guys think? Crowder versus Roberson. Nah, I'm not paying that much for LeBron, man. He's going for the sweep. Yeah, I'm not big on LeBron. Crowder versus Roberson, guys. Let me know what y'all think. And then the game start at 1. So, sucks, man. Nah, no LeBron for me. I can't do that. I'm going to go Roberson, man. I'm just going to stick to what's been working, man. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So let's get Roberson. Let's play the matchup home. We like Roberson at home. And then what I can even do is, oh no, I can't do that. So that's the lineup, guys. Chris Paul, Lou Will, Paul George, Gordon Hayward, Robin Lopez, Gerald Green, Bahamute, and Andre Roberson. Now I'm a little bit uneasy about this because Lou Will is the only bench guy that I got. So for 5,100, I could throw. I could throw in some Oladipo, getting the start, right? And then take out Roberson and go for 5,200. I can go Jake. No, I still can't do that. So I gotta have a bench play. I'm gonna just stick with this. This is my lineup. Let me enter some contests, and then I'm going to sleep. All right. Let me see what promotion they hitting us with today. Play in the 3+ contest. Great. So let's get into Sharkness. Getting some Sharkness for that. Let's see what single entries is available right now. A $3 jump shot. That's whack. All these are whack. What about the max entries? Yeah, it's getting this $4 tournament. Let's get into that $4 tournament. And then let's get into the $3 max. And then I'll do that stupid $3 single, whatever. I think I'll cash anyway, don't matter. And that's it. That's my little lineup for tomorrow. $53,000 we're gonna win tomorrow, guys. We're gonna win that $53,000. Let me take one last look at your lineups that I'm out. PG3 at least a 50 burger. I agree. I love PG tomorrow. CP3 will be defeated with Blake gone. Even if that's a fact, what am I gonna do for point guard? I'm not touching. I'm leaving CP3, man. You gotta have CP3 in the playoff. He's a lock for most games. I think Roberson will be a better fade once the series return to Houston. I agree. I'm gonna ride out Roberson one more. Butler outscores PG tomorrow. Let's see. I don't play Butler. That's not bad. I don't want $8. I could win $8 with these tournaments. I won. How much money I won today? I didn't win 8. I won like $6. The Pacers have other guys balling. Yeah, I was looking at Thad Young, but I like to get players from that OKC game because of how up pace it is. How much players I got from that game? 1, 2, just 2. A lot of those guys are expensive that I like. Jimmy Buckets. Okay, the G stand for gets. Okay. I'd get Kyrie. Yeah, right. You sound like Gabe. G stood for grandma last game. Yep. I'm out of here, guys. So that's the lineup so far. I'm gonna sleep on it, wake up. I'll go live around 12 o'clock. I'll come on here, go live. We'll see what Boston thinking at that time. And we'll go from there. I'm looking at this guy. I don't even know his name. The old Knicks coach. That's the backup for the Golden State Warrior. He's on TV looking like a weirdo. I'm out of here though, guys, man. Good luck tomorrow. I'll see you guys around noon.